Brighten up those already bright mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Morning, everybody. Thanks for coming. Lovely to see you all here. It is Mornings at the Cabin. It's exactly 7 o'clock. It's 5 degrees outside. You know, it's actually kind of nice and warm out there. Morning, Lekter.
Morning. Yeah, it's not bad at all out there, actually.
Yeah.
Nice little walk to work this morning.
Yeah, just starting to feel as though the weather may actually be cooperating. Which is great news, because we're going to get you healthy this week. A little bit healthier. Slightly healthier than you are now. Because we have a contest entitled, Who Wants to Be Slightly Healthier Than They Are Now? This is happening at 8 o'clock this morning. It is in partnership with the government of the Northwest Territories. There is a brand new app coming to the NWT. It's called Carrot Rewards. The way that Carrot Rewards works is that you download the app and then you get to basically walk a little bit, take some steps, invite some friends, do some little quizzes. Aha, quizzes, you say? Well, that's where the interesting part's going to come in, because we're going to give away $2,000 this morning. Well, at some point this week. To one of 5 charities by doing trivia. And don't we love trivia?
We do. I gotta say, though, I wish you hadn't jumped into that contest promo so quickly, because when you were talking about the weather, you said it feels like it's going to get nicer. I was going to say to a degree.
Very good. No, that was good. I'm glad you held on to that fun, because that was worth it. And now everyone at home's like, I knew they were funny. I was waiting for it.
There it is. There it is.
And there it is. Now we've had the funny.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Mornings at the Cabin, Steppenwolf, Magic Carpet Ride, Wheelers sliding into your DMs this morning. The Cabin Radio Exchange program continues. Wheelers in seat 3 today. It feels weird over here. Oh, man.
Does it give you a whole new perspective?
No, it does not. As a matter of fact, I hate it over here.
Really?
Well, that's not new, though, is it?
Well, because you're closer to Scott?
No, I like being closer to Scott.
Hey,
I just now I can see your face clearly. And that's
it's illuminated.
It's illuminated.
I have stepped out of the shadows.
You are the Illuminated. No.
You can't just slide to your right and cover his face with a computer monitor anymore.
Yeah, that's right. We're just kind of like...
I don't want to look at you anymore.
Good morning. Apologies for being late. The dog jam on my toast, all these things.
The dog jammed on your toast.
That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. The dog, comma, jam on my toast, comma, other things, period. Yeah.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I just fell behind this morning. Lost track
Betty's
of time.
still navigating that lack of opposable thumb. I'm just picturing Betty trying to put jam on your toast, and you're just trying to get other things ready in the meantime.
I scream at her and I scream at her.
Too much pressure.
And nothing's getting
Don't yell at me.
better.
Poor Betty.
I don't know if we have a segue from that into what we're going to talk about. Twin Pine Diner had its final brunch this weekend, and I was there. Went with friend of the show, Nancy McNeil. We showed up. We got there at 9:30, and there was already a lineup out the door.
Oh, wow.
And I saw this on Instagram because they posted a video, and half of Cabin Radio was in the lineup. I looked, I was like, yep, there's a host, there's a host, there's a show host.
There. I was there.
A Temptress was there.
A Temptress was there. Adrian Cartwright was there.
Frankly Speaking
was there. Absolutely. And once again, just a delicious, delicious meal. I had the chicken and waffles, as I do, with a Pilsner and clam, and my Baileys and coffee.
Very nice.
And it was delicious as always. And we will miss them. So congratulations to them. No, I mean, it is.
I think congratulations.
It is. I think it's a bittersweet thing. Robin posted about it. Karen posted about it and basically just said, like, this has been a labor of love. Thank you for everybody, but we're ready to move on.
Yeah.
So,
he had a very nice post about it the other day.
Yeah, the food truck will reign supreme this summer.
Taco truck.
Right across the street at Ice Blink. So very much looking forward to that.
This little stretch of road right outside our office.
Oh, my God.
It's going to be amazing.
You guys are going to be just
huge.
Yeah, huge into the local food scene. Oh, I see what you're saying.
We've got it's going to be called Chingon.
Yeah.
The food truck there, like just around the corner, and then we're going to have Booster Juice like right in front of us.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I think another one right across the street. If I'm not mistaken.
The fish and chips one is going to be just on the next block next to Greenstone.
Yeah. Right.
I'm pretty sure there's another one in here somewhere. Mm-hmm. I can't even remember which one it is now, but I think
Sapphire.
It's Saffron.
Saffron. Pardon. Good Lord.
Might be. Yeah, and then where's one of a tie around the
One of
corner?
a tie is down by the First Nations.
They've already been out.
They've already been out for a while.
Yeah.
They've been out last week. I'm looking forward to it. But I mean, yeah, the big salute to Twin Pine Diner and the whole team there. Some of the best meals I've ever had, not just in Yellowknife, but in my short existence on this planet.
Yeah.
Were at that place.
Yeah.
And thank you to Robin. Thank you to Karen. Thank you to Karen for putting up with Robin. And thank you just for bringing some flair to the local food scene and really like being a part of getting it started here and making Yellowknife a really great place to come to get some good eats. So congratulations to them. We look forward to the food truck. We'll be sad to not go for brunch or grab an Evergood every once in a while, but there'll be things in the future. I know it. Robin's a very talented man.
So we're down another hip brunch spot.
Yeah, where do we go for brunch now?
You had a conversation with the Fat Fox the other day. Now, not to put you on the spot, but did you get any news out of that?
So they were going to build their own building downtown.
Yeah. Oh,
which I mean, before you get onto it, speaks to their confidence as to what they can do and the popularity of what they're doing.
Oh yeah, I mean
building your own building in Yellowknife, like, go right.
I think they are in no doubt that they had a product that everybody wanted. It's just a case of, where are they going to put it? They were going to build somewhere. That has fallen through for reasons that they didn't really want to go into, which of course is fine. And
there is some retail space right below us. What is it being used by?
Well, indeed, they did make that point. If you go read the interview online, they did point out that there's very little street-level retail space in downtown Yellowknife where all the people are to come into your cafe. And the Business Development and Investment Corporation did just move into the last available downtown floor-level retail space that was going at a reasonable rent.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. I'll keep saying it. Large government organizations need front street retail space in our city for this city to succeed.
I keep going in there for lunch. They seem really annoyed about that for some reason. I get a sandwich out of there every day, and people run after me and say, give me the sandwich back, and I don't understand.
And as you leave, you say, you don't meet our criteria for an eatery.
There's no need to be bitter about this.
Bitter? I just want my Fat Fox, baby.
Speaking of that, did you float that idea by the Fat Fox? The fact that we often get confused for a restaurant. Do they just want to take on our restaurant license?
Yeah, if only. I'm not quite sure where we would fit that into the cabin radio premises now, but we'll work on that.
Yeah. Something to be developed.
Carve out some room in the equipment room. That's right. Yeah, what could go wrong?
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
My butt feels weird in this chair.
Oddly enough, this chair feels weird on my butt. So.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, I've broken it in.
You just got to fashion your own groove.
That's right. Yeah, you better not be ruining my ass groove over there.
Thanks for that.
No. What? If this show goes by without a Simpsons reference, we will die.
It's true.
Over the weekend, obviously, big, huge moment in Canadian sports history.
Cabin Radio signs up for Division 3 in the Yellowknife Slow Pitch League.
and members of the team from all over the place just going, what's going on? Basically is what is going on.
I know this is not where you were going with this, but Lekter turned up at the weekend with a bag full of sports equipment that we got donated to the team.
Yeah.
Now we have what?
Donated, forced upon.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between there.
We're the only team that gets given 20 bats and a whole bunch of balls and gloves and feels put upon.
I think it's great.
Well, we just don't have the room for it, you see. I was concerned that, I wasn't going to keep that in my house. It takes up a ton of room.
Fair enough.
There's 20 bats in there.
You're the leader of the team.
I know, but I don't have a massive house.
You have
stuff in.
You have an SUV.
I need a garage.
Plenty of trunk space.
Space?
The Edge has the most trunk space per its class.
Yeah,
that's
for our dogs.
Oh.
They go in the trunk.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
AJ will love it. AJ, when he comes in here, he'll be absolutely fine with the fact that there is now a sprawling bag of sports equipment in our equipment room.
It's awesome. I mean, we do legitimately have over a dozen bats now.
Yeah.
There's a few mitts in that bag, a few balls. I'm excited.
Which is good. Yeah, we had several people turn up to our first practice that didn't have baseball gloves. So now we got that covered.
That's exactly what you
mitts.
should do. You should sign up for a sport without having any of the equipment or the know-how and just be like, you know what, let's just do it.
They might have thought it was supplied. I don't know. It is now.
Oh, fair enough. It is.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, I signed up and didn't have a glove, but then I also don't have any skill or talent or understanding of the sport. I mean,
You
do I get those given?
You begrudgingly signed up.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Under duress. Yes.
You did it more for the story, Ollie.
That's right.
This is going to be a story. But you have cricket experience. You'd be able to catch stuff and hit balls.
Yeah, I keep, for the catching, I have to, throw the glove off first because it just gets in the way.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and it's on my wrong hand. I just don't like it. It freaks me out.
There's a way to fix the wrong hand thing. Just get another glove, put it on your other hand.
But the problem is I need to throw and catch with my right.
Huh?
My right is my catching and throwing hand.
No. That's not how that works.
Well,
that
it is in cricket.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Well, because cricket, obviously, you have no gloves, so it's perfectly easy to catch, to lead your catching motion with the same hand that you throw
Right.
with.
Of course.
Because it's just going to end up, and then you're doing, if anything, even quicker than softball because you don't have to transfer from one hand to another.
Yeah.
If you just catch it in the same hand you're going to throw it with.
I mean, in theory, I
quick.
probably actually could catch better with my right hand. It's just my right hand is my throwing hand, so my left hand is my catching hand by default.
But the transfer into the glove is actually part of the throwing motion, so that's the genius of baseball.
That's
All of which brings us to the Toronto Raptors.
No, we're too deep into this slow pitch thing now. Our first game is on Wednesday. No, I don't. We have to spend a whole break on the Raptors. It's Canadian sports history.
We can talk more about slow pitch. I'm fine with
Canadian sports history is not difficult.
Whoa.
How long have the Raptors been a team? What,
25 years?
Yeah, right. God.
that. It's exciting for their young history, Ollie.
Yeah.
Every single one of us in the room is older than the Raptors. What sports history?
How dare you? No, let's go back to the whole thing that you said. Canadian sports history is not that much. That's not that impressive. How?
Well, you invented basketball,
you?
didn't you? That was good. Well done.
Yeah, in hockey.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. There's a few nations that lay claim to that.
Maybe baseball.
Maybe baseball. Probably baseball too.
Probably soccer.
Soccer.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then they called it football.
And these are all Canadian sports. There are plenty of spots in Canadian sports history that are quite impressive.
I've honestly never seen you as angry. It's the best.
Yes, you have. Let's list.
Do you want to continue with slow pitch?
Let's list off some Canadian sports history. This condemnation.
Trying to get a sense of where we're headed.
This condemnation by this colonialist.
So far, all I've heard is outrage and bleating, and no actual sports history.
So the Stanley Cup.
Okay, yeah. So it's one of the
story trophy in sports.
A sport that you invented.
Yeah, that's right.
Sport that you invented
for $5,
and you had 6 teams in it for half its lifetime. We're gonna kick off on that. All right. Yep. So two countries in the world pay any attention to the sport, and you guys are really good at it. No, that's good.
Okay, but
although we lost again, in the world.
You're Great Britain. I need to get better at it.
Your big sports stuff is mostly soccer, which is a well liked sport. But I mean, who cares? Who cares what Bayern Munich does, or Manchester City, or Bundesliga 1, or whatever.
So you can name the German teams, which is more than anybody can do in hockey.
That's
Arsenal.
Impressive, yeah.
What's another
He
one?
made me care about the Liverpool thing the other week, so that was neat.
I just feel like a sport where you can have a really nice haircut and have it styled in a certain way, and it stays that way the entire game, is just less of sport.
This fascinates me. So we've gone into this lengthy listing of Canadian sports moments, and essentially it's just soccer sucks. Soccer.
Okay, I will admit that a lot of Canadian sports history, the moments are with American players, like Joe Carter hitting the game, the World Series winning home run in 1993.
Okay.
What's another big one?
Well, the first one that comes to my mind is the Paul Henderson Summit Series
Why does
goal.
that one come to your mind? It's not
Because
even your generation.
It crossed lines of sports and politics.
That we didn't even experience because
No, but I read about it.
Cold War was all but over by the time we were born.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Johnson was one of yours, right?
Yeah. Beat Carl Lewis. And Carl Lewis just never got caught. That's all. Carl Lewis is a dopehead.
For 3 days. That was great for Canada.
That was great.
Okay, but then we had Donovan Bailey. So there you go.
Okay.
Then we had Donovan Bailey. Who's the last Brit to win fastest man in the world?
Depends over which distance. Mo Farah, double Olympic champion.
Fastest person in the world is the 100-meter dash champion. That's the fastest human being in the world. So right now it's Usain Bolt. And Mo Farah is Mo Farah's a little like Donovan Bailey, where it's like, you weren't born here, but you're definitely a Brit now because you're so good at sports.
I mean, he moved when he was 8.
Yeah, Donovan Bailey moved when he was 8 as well, from Jamaica.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that makes him Canadian.
Yeah, no, of course. He's Canadian. He's a Brit. It's just funny.
Guess
now we're in an immigration debate.
Here.
Now we're in an immigration debate. Listen, Ollie, you can't
the Toronto Raptors.
You can't just open the doors for everybody. They have to have skills. Well, I'm fuming.
I enjoyed this. I enjoyed celebrating the Toronto Raptors in this break.
No, we're going to do that next break. Now I'm just mad about your Canadian sports history comment. English sports history started with beheadings.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast, where we delete all the bad bits and make them sound at least semi-coherent.
Can you hear that? That's the sound of crunching on carrots. The reason for that is who wants to be slightly healthier than they are now? Well, guess what? We can help with that because all this week we are giving away $2,000 to good causes with the help of people crunching on carrots in the background. You know what? You are really good at crunching on carrots for sound effects purposes. Well done.
I'm a Foley artist.
That's that. You know, I often had thought of calling you one of those.
That's right.
Yeah. So we have these beautiful carrots in studio, and the reason we have these beautiful carrots in studio is there is a brand new app coming to the NWT. It is called Carrot Rewards. I've already downloaded it. You can already go and do this. Search Carrot Rewards. If you put the word carrot into your app store, it's the first thing that comes up. And it is a brand new thing in partnership with the government of the Northwest Territories and a whole bunch of other people. Very pleased to say we have Alana Crosstyle and Joey Borkovic in from the GNWT to tell us more about Carrot Rewards. Alana, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming in. Now, first of all, tell us more. What is this whole Carrot Rewards thing? I mean, why do we have carrots in the studio? Why carrots?
Well, first of all, carrots are delicious. And then,
agreed.
Second of all, the app is a really cool thing. It's won a bunch of awards like around the world, and it's a Canadian-made invention. It's been downloaded over 1 million times, or there's over 1 million users in BC, Ontario, and Newfoundland and Labrador, the 3 other provinces that have it, and we're the first territory. The app is basically based on this concept of nudge theory, that we all need a little nudge to get healthier or to make any kind of behavior change. So the nudge with this app is that you can earn loyalty rewards points for getting a little bit more active or answering quizzes that would give you more information about your health. So there's a quiz component and there's a step counter built into the app that you can turn on if you want. And the quizzes lead you to more information about NWT services. And the step counter is titrated to your current level of activity. It follows you for a week and then gives you a goal. And it's basically you get rewarded with points of your choosing for doing little things.
Okay, we're going to come on to the quiz aspect of this in a minute because that's when things are going to get seriously tense over here. In the meantime, Joey Borkovic is here as well. Joey, just tell us a little bit more about like the active side of this. How is this supposed to help actually make people more active in the NWT?
I mean, we all sort of, I think, are aware of the benefits of healthy activity and healthy living.
Yeah, we're aware of the benefits, Joe, but we sort of we look at them over there in the distance and we're like, oh, look at those benefits. I am intensely aware of them, and then back to the sofa. So how's this going to help me and my laziness?
Well, this is based on, again, as Lana says, nudge theory, and anything you can do to dangle that carrot in front of you to get somebody out walking.
He's literally dangling a carrot.
So, I mean, there's some stats from, as Lana said, Newfoundland, BC, and Ontario, and the average user that's downloaded, it's walking 10% more in the first 3 months, and even lower active users, let's say, on the, I got big, there are walking 30% more, and even step challenges you can do amongst each other. So, I mean, anything we can do to get people out the gate and reward them for that is just another, I think, overall benefit to the entire health system.
Okay, it's called Carrot Rewards. You can find it on your app store right now. Thank you to Joey. Thank you to Alana for coming in. Much appreciated. They are going to hop out of seat number 2 in Studio 1 and hopping right into seat number 2 instead. And we're going to give her a second just to get that microphone all prepped up where she wants it, is Alanis McKee. Alanis is here from the NWT Disabilities Council because we have a game show to play all week long. We're going to give $2,000 away to charity, and it is called this. Oh, there it is. There.
It's time to play Who Wants to Be Slightly Healthier Than They Are Now?
I do.
Alanis, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, how does that sound? So you're on the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire set right now in your mind.
It's very exciting. I'm still trying to figure out what's more tense, this or the Grand Prix finale that we were at on Saturday, Ollie.
You know what? The YK Grand Prix, your very own event as an organization, that was intense. It was a wonderful finale. We went to like overtime in 2 races, which is just incredible. That was really, really cool. What else have you guys got going on right now?
So this week is National Accessibility Awareness Week. So our YK Grand Prix, which is a pretty spectacular event, we had 51 racers, kind of started that off this week. And we have a whole week of activities planned, not just in Yellowknife, but throughout the territory. We're releasing the schedule for that today on our social media. So NWT Disabilities Council on Facebook and also on our website, nwtdc.net. We have some highlights. So there's a trivia night coming up, an inclusive event. We also have our Minister's Tea where we're going to be handing out awards from communities for community champions in accessibility as well as businesses.
Okay, a bunch going on. And your charity may even win $2,000 this week, depending on how you do over the next 5 or so minutes. So it's called Who Wants to Be Slightly Healthier Than They Are Now? It's just like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You've got 10 levels of questions. They get increasingly difficult. They are broadly on a theme of health and wellness. You have one lifeline. It is entitled Facebook Message a Friend and hope they respond within 30 seconds. Okay? so use that wisely.
Ambitious.
You are entitled to your lifeline. We will count the 30 seconds. So feel free to prompt somebody just now in the 20 seconds before we start this. Jessie Wheeler, you are also in the studio, and we're looking to you to provide the light relief when she begins to break down from the stress of competing live for this money.
I need another carrot.
You need another carrot. Okay, you help yourself to
You
carrot.
want the last nub of mine?
No, I want your nub.
All right.
Okay.
In the bag.
That was a good shot with that carrot remnant. All right.
Do we want to play that intro again just to get us on the right page here?
You play the intro again while I fix the camera that Jessie just broke by trying to reach for an extra carrot.
I didn't break it. I knocked it over by reaching for a carrot. I'm
Here we
trying
go.
to be healthy.
All right. So the game starts now.
It's time to play Who Wants to Be Slightly Healthier Than They Are Now?
Okay, the studio lights go down. Here we go. We will begin with question 1. Alanis. According to Canada's new food guide, what should be your drink of choice? Is it A, water, B, coffee, C, orange juice, or D, soda?
I'm going to go with water.
Final answer.
Final answer.
You got $100. Oh, you've cleared level 1. You haven't got $100. That's a lie.
Can you
I just
sign
like
that
saying
check, Ollie?
No, I absolutely can't. All right, good. So Alanis is already on the way. Level 2. On the nutrition facts table printed on an item of food, what does percentage DV stand for? Is it percentage dairy value, percentage daily value, percentage digested vertically, or percentage diced velociraptor?
I want to go with velociraptor, but I'm going to go with daily value.
Percentage daily value, final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. It indicates how much of a certain vitamin, mineral, or nutrient is in a serving of food. If it's over 15%, it means a lot of that nutrient is present in the food. Good job. All right. Level 3. Good job over there with the sound effects.
Still working on them.
We'll maybe extend that sound effects bed for tomorrow, yeah? Yeah. Turns out we don't get through these questions that quickly. Level 3, Alanis. According to a major report released this year, Canada as a whole is experiencing climate change how many times as fast as the rest of the world? Twice as fast.
Is this health related?
Well, put it this way. If climate change carries on the way it's going, Alanis, it's not going to matter how many steps you take.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess.
Is it happening twice as fast, half as fast, 5 times as fast, or 10 times as fast?
I want to say 10 times as fast. I did see that headline, but I don't remember. 10 times is final answer, though.
10 times is your final answer. Alanis, it's twice as fast.
I guess that's sort of a relief, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's good news.
It's good news for the point of view of the rest of humanity. It is bad news for the NWT Disabilities Council. I mean, not that itself. Like,
Just in this instance.
in this one instance,
That's right.
that climate change answer is bad news for the NWT Disabilities Council. In a broader... Yeah, anyway.
You got it.
You know what? The permafrost belt, it has also... Yeah, you know what? Fine. Alanis, you got the level 3. So you cleared level 1 and level 2. We have 4 more charities coming up. You're going to have to...
Oh, that's it.
You're gonna. I'm sorry.
you're done.
Sorry to say, like it's one and done.
Okay.
It's one and done. So we know that Atlantis cleared levels 1 and level 2. There are 10 levels in there. Tomorrow, the NWT Literacy Council is going to be in studio trying to better that. Now I feel bad for the climate change question in at number 3. Because you have like a health background, don't you, in some form?
Yeah, not a climate change background, though.
Okay. It's health and wellness related when it comes to trivia. That climate change, it's in there. Don't look at me. I'm not the one who wrote all these questions. These were supplied to me by the territorial government, he said, throwing them under the bus. Alanis guessed the level 2. Alanis, thank you so much for coming in and playing.
Okay, thank you.
Well done, Alanis.
Good job, Alanis. Alanis looks absolutely appalled at life right
Okay,
now.
I guess I'll just go.
Okay.
It's like, what, no extra audio? What is this?
Alanis got the level 2. Good job, Alanis. Thanks for coming in. And we will play again tomorrow. Who wants to be slightly healthier than they are now? Go download Carrot Rewards, the app, and play along tomorrow to see if you can get to level 10. We're giving away $2,000 to a charity this week right here on Cabin Radio.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Wheeler, Ollie, and Lekter with you on your Monday morning. Wheeler's still on punishment in Seed 3, but it looks pretty cool from over here. I don't have to touch anything. I don't have to...
Honestly,
yeah.
everybody wins.
All right. You know what?
You get your freedom. Ollie gets his sanity. Everybody wins.
Ollie's never had his sanity. And his deep cutting personal remarks are starting to take their toll on my self-esteem. Mornings at the Cabin. Obviously, this weekend, this is something we completely took a left turn on last time because we didn't talk about it. We talked about Ollie's damning review, I guess, of Canadian sports history and our accomplishments. Because, you know, he's from a country that's however many thousands of years old. 1,600 years old? How old's England?
Right about the year 928.
Right, that's great.
King Athelstan first united the several kingdoms.
King Applestan united several kingdoms. This all sounds very familiar.
King Lemonade, on the other hand, was really not
that's
much
right.
of a
Stop that Scandinavian army from coming down from the north.
Come on, you want to talk about the Raptors?
I do want to talk about the Raptors. Canadian sports history this weekend. The Raptors win the Eastern Conference Final against the Bucks in 6 games, and then go to their first NBA Finals. The first time a Canadian team's been in the NBA Finals. The first time, obviously, for the Raptors being in the NBA Finals because those two things coincide. But a lot of jubilation.
I'm
across the country.
assuming you watched Game 6.
I did
because the timing seemed to line up that right when it would have been ending, I got a message from you being like, I'm coming on Cabin Sports Radio.
I am coming on Cabin Sports Radio. There's plenty to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that. I mean, I want to be around when Gibbons is talking about it as well because he's a huge Raptors fan.
Yes. Beaming, I'm sure.
He was.
I can't wait to see his face when he comes in through the door.
I'm going to punch it.
You see, I saw that message from you saying, I'm going to come on Cabin Sports Radio, and I, paying no heed to the basketball, looked at what was going on and saw the Blue Jays had just lost 19-4. And I was like, yeah, I'd want to go on Cabin Sports Radio as well after that.
Screaming.
He's going to be mad.
That's right. One of the stats I saw, you know how like on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, they'll release little posts and it'll be like, you know, Kawhi Leonard, it'll give a stat line or whatever.
Right.
One of the ones that was really interesting that they scored 100 points. They won 100 to 94 in Game 6. They scored 100 points in their 100th game of the season in the franchise's 100th playoff game.
That's pretty cool.
That's lined it up pretty cool, man.
They really like gutted that win out too because they were down like 15 points at one point.
They were down 15 points twice.
Yeah,
and they won it. Yeah.
And came back and had a really strong fourth quarter, which was their issue early on in the series.
Gutsy win. Couldn't finish earlier. Now they're finishing all over the place.
And getting contributions from the whole lineup.
Oh,
too,
yeah,
which
yeah,
is,
yeah.
Everything's kind of coming together for this team heading into the finals.
Van Vliet is, since he had his baby, is just on a tear.
Yeah.
His points per game before he had a baby, 4. Now it's 16, and he's got a bunch of assists and rebounds as well. Looking very good. The first game goes Thursday. A lot of people not giving the Raptors a chance. I will probably join them.
It's hard to.
It's hard to.
You know,
this is the Golden State Warriors' 5th straight trip to the finals. They've won 4 times.
Yeah.
No, 3 times. 3 times in 4 years, which is insane. Which is pretty huge.
Yeah,
it's a tough team.
Not by luck either.
No, not at all by luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're built to win. They're built to do exactly what they're doing. And like I said, not a lot of people giving the Raptors a chance. But the entirety of Canada seems to be behind the team. They're Canada's team. This would not happen in hockey because if the Maple Leafs made the Stanley Cup Finals, half the country wouldn't care. And in fact, they'd be mad about it. Don't give me that look. Yeah, I do.
Well, they would be mad about it, but that would mean they care.
Oh, that's true.
Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Half the country would be elated, and half of them would be, kind of annoyed.
Yeah,
but,
just,
still kind of watching because they want to see the team fail.
That's right. Which they rarely disappoint.
The Raptors haven't built up that kind of hatred yet from anyone.
Yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. Soon enough.
Maybe if the Grizzlies had stuck around. But nah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot the Grizzlies existed. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So game one going on Thursday. We'll talk more about this on Cabin Sports Radio tonight because we'll get into in-depth with it. But it's about as in-depth as we want to get to on the morning show as Ollie looks on just waiting to pot us down to stop talking about basketball.
Ollie, say we the North again.
Yeah, say we the North.
We the North again.
Yeah.
You know nothing, Ollie Williams. That's all I got.
This has been Mornings at the Cabin.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.